Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Talk Sports Show with Alec Pecado on Saturday, October 7th. And today I'm giving my upset picks for the Saturday slate of college football. My first upset today is Purdue plus 2.5 over Iowa. Iowa just lost their quarterback, Cade McNamara, for the season. Again, prayers up to Cade McNamara. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery from his injury. But I have Purdue plus the 2.5. And I'm taking Purdue to upset Iowa. My second upset is Tulsa plus 3 over FAU. I've seen a lot of things that are leaning towards Tulsa probably being able to pull off the upset. FAU is not that good, and I just don't trust their offense. And I like Tulsa's quarterback. My number 3 upset for the Saturday slate is Arkansas plus 12.5 over Ole Miss. And I think Ole Miss is a 1-week wonder. I don't think they can do it again this week. That is why I have Arkansas upsetting them. My number 1 cover for Saturday for today is plus Wyoming plus 5.5 to cover over Fresno State. And my number 2 and 3 cover. I have Arizona plus 21 to cover over USC. And I have Wake Forest plus 21 to cover over Clemson. And my players to watch for week 6 of college football Saturday. The first player I have to watch today is Missouri QB Brady Cook. And I think he's going to throw for over 280 yards against LSU and throw for 4 touchdowns and rush for 50 to 65 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. My number 2 player to watch on Saturday today in college football is Miami of Ohio quarterback Brett Gabbert. The brother of former Buccaneer quarterback Blaine Gabbert. I think Brett Gabbert is going to throw for over 258 yards and 4 passing TDs, along with 40 rushing yards, and Miami of Ohio will beat Bowling Green State University. And my number 3 player to watch this week in college football week 6 on Saturday, which is today, is Tennessee quarterback Joe Milton. I think he has his coming out party today for Tennessee as they win, and he throws for over 290 yards and 4 touchdowns with 60 rushing yards. And here are my co-host upset picks for Saturday. His first upset is Army over Boston College. I like this upset for one reason. I don't know if Boston College's defense can stop Army's offense. And then he's got Washington State upsetting UCLA, correction. And on to games to watch. And for these, I will be giving you stats. So be prepared. The first game preview is UAB versus USF. And USF scores about 30 points per game. Their third down percentage is 39.9%. If you want to round up, that is 40%. So they're 40% on third down. Their time of possession is 29 minutes and 8 seconds. Their rushing yards per game is 183.6. Their passing yards per game is 252. Their fourth down percentage is 58%. Now the UAB, they score about 27 points per game. Their passing yards per game is 294. Their rushing yards per game is 126.2. Third down percentage, 43.7%. On fourth down, they're 41.6. The next game preview is Texas and Oklahoma. And as you saw earlier in the week, I had the over in this game, and now here's my explanation as to why. Texas scores about 36 points per game. Their passing yards per game is 286.6. Their rushing yards per game is 192. Third down percentage, 42%. Fourth down percentage, 70%. Oklahoma scores about 47.4%, 47.4 points per game. Passing yards, 352.4. Rushing yards per game, 157.6. Third down percentage, 54.4. Fourth down percentage, they're 87% on fourth down. And the last game I will be giving you preview for is Louisville and Notre Dame. Louisville scores about 37 points per game. Their passing yards per game is 301 passing yards per game. Their rushing yards per game is 193. Third down percentage, 39.3%. Fourth down percentage, 83.3%. Their Notre Dame now, they average about 39.5% points per game. Passing yards per game, 269. Rushing yards, 192.2 rushing yards a game. Third down percentage, 46%. And their fourth down percentage is 75%. That was a whole mouthful, but I hope you got it. Now to my Saturday selections. My number one Saturday selection for this week is the game is Texas-Oklahoma. I have Texas winning. My number two game this week that I'm picking is Bowling Green, Miami, Ohio, and I think Miami, Ohio wins. And the third game I'm picking, the winner for this week, is Vanderbilt in Florida. I have Florida winning this game, but I have Vanderbilt covering the point spread as you saw on Tuesday. And the last game I'm picking the winner for today is Virginia Tech, Florida State, and I think Virginia Tech is going to get blown out by Florida State. Now I'm going to share my screen and give you a few more picks for college football this week. Schedule. Get to the Big Ten. I'm not going to do Maryland, Ohio State because obviously everybody knows who I'm going to pick in that game. But I'll go Rutgers and Wisconsin. I've got Wisconsin winning. Northwestern, Howard. I would hope Northwestern wins. Iowa, Purdue. You already saw my pick for that game. I have Purdue upsetting Iowa. Michigan, Minnesota. I would love to pick Minnesota to win, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Michigan wins easily. SEC now. I have Missouri. I have LSU beating Missouri. I have Mississippi State beating Western Michigan. As you saw on Thursday when I did this, I had A&M beating Alabama. As you just saw a minute ago, I have Florida beating Vanderbilt. I have Kentucky beating Georgia. And I have Arkansas covering the point spread, but not winning outright. I have Ole Miss. Yes. No. I have Arkansas covering the point spread and winning outright. Give me some. Give me some Sun Belt action. I've got Marshall beating NC State. As you saw earlier in the week, I've got Louisiana beating Texas State. I've got Troy getting upset by Arkansas State. South Alabama losing to Louisiana Monroe. And Southern Miss beating Old Dominion. Few more picks. Mountain West. You just saw this pick a few minutes ago. I have Wyoming covering that point spread and winning outright. I have Utah State beating Colorado State, and I have Boise State beating San Jose State. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for today's, fantasy football questions now. If anybody has a fantasy football question, please put it in the comments. And I'm going to say something. Hopefully, you did not trade Justin Fields. And hopefully, you took my advice to hold on to him for one more week because he went off on Thursday night, and so did DJ Moore. So, if you held on to Justin Fields, thank me for that because I told you so. I told you Justin Fields was going to have a big game. And I felt like that was going to happen, and it did. I kind of spoke it into existence, as people like to say. But that will do it for today's stream. I will see y'all back here on Monday at 8 o'clock for the Talk Sports Show with Alec Pecado for some fantasy football review of week 6, of week 5, with my best performance of the weekend and waiver wire in my college football top 25 after week 6. But have a good rest of your Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. And before I sign off, if you haven't seen, I do offer memberships. If those of you that have not looked at my community tab yet, please do. I offer memberships. They start from 99 cents a month and they slightly go up by tier. The most expensive tier of my memberships is the expert level membership, which is $14.99. Again, if you haven't read, with the memberships, you get neat perks. One of them is participating in a 2024 fantasy football league with me and my co-host Robbie and one of my other friends. So please look into purchasing a membership, as it helps grow the Talk Sports community and it helps grow the channel. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.